Alright, today is deadline day for my Kentucky case. Oh my goodness. I really need to figure this thing out better. So I want to open up a chat. So I just kind of jumped on and I'm not fully aware of, I don't fully have everything prepared. So I just want to remind myself that that chat window does not show up. Right? Nothing. Okay. So I don't even know why I listened to it. Okay. I just closed the dockable window. I better hold that. Okay. Let me get the correct window. Alright. Just need to make a few steps here. Okay. And now I might get feedback. I better just shut up, so I don't have that. Out! There, I'm out of it. Okay. Alright, now I've been keeping it in the lower left hand corner. So now Windows oh yeah, well, maybe I should keep it in the right hand corner. I wanted to just kind of keep it above me. See, I kind of think it's neat to see the chat window next to the person. Alright, I've been watching like Thij on Hearthstone. He does that, so I'll do it. Should I move over a little? How's that? So I got the flag over there. So let's start out proper here. I gotta I'll just say it. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I definitely want to recite that to cops when they when I think they're going to really give me a hard time, and I'm convinced of that. So there's a couple of legal things I want to go over. Let me just look at the chat again. How many? I've been a defendant about 6 times, I think, right? 6 times, and so far no convictions, but I do have 2 current active cases. So 4 are open and shut, and no convictions, but I still have 2 open cases. So yeah, a lot of people are getting the Kentucky and Louisiana cases confused, and I'd like to offer more confusion to that. I don't mind. Let people be confused. You'll never get people 100% understanding what's going on, especially when you got multiple cases like this. So Judge Osley stepped out of my stepped away from my case after he should have wrote in this little letter that he was satisfied with putting me away for 30 days. Oh man, okay. Well, let me just read something here. Okay. Okay. Just want to find his letter. Now, now it's oh no, so no, that's not it. I've been getting buried a little bit in emails. All right, yeah, that's not it. Okay, nope, that's not it. All right, yeah, I think it's down. Nope, dang it. Okay, and then I got junk mail to get through. right, I've already lost the Osley recusal. I got his trial minutes. I don't think I want that. That was, yeah, because it was just yesterday. So I'm looking for February 28th. Oh, no, I don't want that. Open. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I really lost it because I got one version that's redacted that I don't want to show, and I don't think it's nope, it's definitely not that. I kind of want to delete that because this is just too much clutter. No, what's all this other stuff? All right, I'm just sitting here going through my emails now. Apparently, oh, there it is. It's pushed to the top. I think I see it now. Okay, okay. All right. Wow. I was looking below. All right, I want to download it so I can open it in another screen. Jeez. Man, finding things is just amazing. You know, you only got like two options on email too. I can either star it or put it in a form that shows that it hasn't been read yet. That's it. I can't put any other marks on my emails. All I could do is star it or put it in a position where it says that it hasn't been read yet. So I've been doing that for a few, and now it's really getting cluttered a lot. All right, so now after having downloaded it, so I find it in downloads, open it. Okay, there's a separate. Okay, now I can open. Well, I want to separate that, shrink that, get rid of that. Alright, now I can open it. Alright, window capture, yep. So this is the recusal that Osley sent, and it was a while ago. It was, well, there is a date on it. Let me just pull it up. Okay, so the date is at the bottom. Yeah, 16th, and it's the 29th. Received it yesterday, the 28th. So, from what I understand, Osley sent this by slow mail to my lawyer, Phil Adams, and it took over a week. I think he chose the slowest option possible. Maybe he even sat on the motion on this recusal a couple of days before even filing it. He signed it and then sat on it a few days, maybe to think it over. On the 16th, signed it, just had it ready to go, and there was no other communication made between my lawyer and the prosecutor, or Prosecutor Benjamin Cloyd Benjamin, or the judge. It was just what was hanging in the balance, what was hanging in as an unanswered message was just Cloyd Benjamin sent the motion for a conference, and it was unclear if I needed to attend or not. And it was sent to Judge Osley, and my lawyer was notified of it, and that was on the 15th of February, so the day after Valentine's Day. Cloyd decides to set a date for a conference, and then the next day, 2 days after Valentine's Day, Judge Osley signs this recusal motion. But I mean, Phil says he didn't receive it until the 28th, so I don't think Osley was quick to send it out, right? It's 13 or 14 days in the mail between Natchitoches and Shreveport, which is only an hour's drive between each other. I don't think so. I think that he probably sat on it, signed it, and then just sat on it for a little bit. I don't think Judge Osley got worn out. I don't know about that. I think he's full of vigor in life. But yeah, today's deadline day for motions. We got to get these all these motions set out, and it's like it feels like a game of chicken between me and the prosecutor, Prosecutor Newbern. I got Prosecutor Benjamin and Prosecutor Newbern, two tough guys who are at my throat, and I think it's a game of who's gonna wait the longest. Who can wait the longest? If today's the deadline, I got till midnight. Do I have my sound off? Why is my sound off? I'm gonna turn it on and just kind of see if. Hello. All right. There's two prosecutors at my throat right now. One judge has pulled out. The other judge, well, Judge Jones is being really difficult about me using my tablet. My tablet in the courtroom. I can only use it when I'm at the lectern. That's ridiculous. He says he's open for discussion on that, and I'm definitely going to discuss it. I've got to figure out if I need to talk to him through Judge Clymer, or if I could talk to him directly about this. I mean, this is a question that anybody should be asking. It's like nobody uses their tablets in Paducah, Kentucky. Nobody has a computer in Paducah, Kentucky. So I got to get picked on, and I have to fight to use it. But yeah, it's deadline day. Who's going to send their motions last? Because if I sent my motion out right away to Prosecutor Newbern, he's gonna respond to it. All right. If I sent it out right now, he would probably have a response by midnight, where he'd lump what I sent today in with his motions as well. So I have to wait until like 11:59 midnight tonight to send out my motion at the last minute. Kind of like what he did. He sent out a midnight motion. That's what they do in Kentucky. They send out midnight motions as little just to play their little waiting games. They like to play waiting games in Kentucky. They love to wait, and it's just amazing. I have to talk about all this legal stuff. I don't like talking about it, but I mean, they keep messing with me all the time. The cops want to throw me in jail. The prosecutor wants to get me convicted. The judgelet can't stand the thought of going back to regular life. Yeah, he's Judge Osley. He's on a different level now with his awareness on social media activities. He sees what can happen on social media. But I mean, they have pretty good like responses to social media. they know how to get YouTube to shadow ban my channel. I think this channel has been shadow banned. I don't have much of a reach. Let's look at how many viewers I got. Let's say how many viewers are on the live stream. I show 0. I got 2. It says 2 live viewers on the I don't know, the operating screen. Oh, I better stop that. Stop. At least turn down the volume. Jeez. Oh, 78. Okay, let me get out of that. See, I'm shadow banned because anytime I have an open active case, the prosecutor talks to YouTube and tells them to shut me down. All right, this is an like what the sheriff does in McCracken County. They say, oh, we can't share certain information because it's an active investigation. So I have an active case, so they convinced YouTube to reduce my reach, and somehow that can be toggled. They can increase my reach and reduce my reach. Every time I have an open active case, it reduces my reach. I would argue that my views go down, even though I put out like 80 to 100 videos dealing with this open active case. I get far fewer viewers than I would say for in Carbondale, where the cop shines his flashlight in my face. I got what, over 100,000 views of a cop shining his flashlight in my face in Carbondale, but my arrest video doesn't even get 30,000 views. So there's a toggling going on. If the Paducah, Kentucky video wasn't exact, if I didn't say I was arrested, because whenever I write in arrest in the title, it's an instant yellow $sign. It just goes instant. It's the wording that you use. If I would have said something else besides arrest, and I'm not changing it, I don't care. Whatever. It's more about the fight than it is about trying to get more subscribers anyway. So let's see. The judge has recused himself, and he's saying these words. Can I can't copy and paste. Man, if I could copy and paste that, I'd put it in ChatGPT and say make them sound dumber. Could I? Oh man, that'd be fun. That's too bad I can't. It's every time the court writes something, I can never copy and paste it. Whenever my lawyer writes something, I can copy and paste it. But whenever it comes from the courts, especially City of Natchitoches, I can't copy and paste. Make them sound dumber. Make them sound smarter. So he's arguing. Oh, he's saying there's in accordance with Louisiana Code of Criminal Procedures. All right, 671B. All right, Louisiana Code of Civil Criminal Procedure 671B. Is that what he said? 671B. In a criminal cause, a judge of any trial or appellate court shall be recused, not may be recused, shall be recused, when there exists a substantial and objective basis that would reasonably be expected to prevent the judge from conducting any aspect of the cause in a fair and impartial manner. You know, and I'm thinking that with a replacement judge could probably do a jury trial. So I'm going to request a jury trial. I'm going to request a judge that can conduct a jury trial for this. 672, recusal on court's own motion. A judge may recuse himself in any cause in which a ground for recusal exists, whether or not a motion for his recusal has been filed by a part. He didn't even give me a chance, or he didn't even give my lawyer a chance to submit a motion to recuse him. He just saved my lawyer some work there. So he's taken it upon himself based on these codes of criminal procedure, and let's see, the city courts judge. See, why can't he just say I recuse myself? He's talking in the third person. From the caption, matter due to the following facts, and he's calling these facts. Okay. The harmful Judge Osley has prior knowledge and continuing knowledge regarding the facts and issues of this case. What does he mean continuing? How is this continued? What else are you learning about this case? It pretty much ended at the end of trial. I mean, whatever else you're learning about should be just the motions that have been filed and the appeals. Maybe the appeals already happened though. That's been months ago. Having heard the entire trial, including the testimony and evidence submitted by Prosecutor Benjamin and me, the Third Circuit Court of Appeals granted a new trial, noted that sufficient evidence was introduced to support the conviction. So he's sure that he could convict me again, which validates Judge Osley's finding. So the facts could prevent him from conducting a fair. So that's going to happen. That should happen every time. Every time the Third Circuit Court of Appeals reverses a judge's decision like this and sets it for retrial, every time, every judge that's been reversed, or with Judge Osley, every case that has been reversed like this should be an automatic recusal by him. He could just copy and paste. This is a copy and paste. The facts are these are facts that are pretty much copy and paste for almost any trial. Mindful of the admonition of Canon 3C, Code of Judicial Conduct. All right. Code of Judicial Conduct 3C, Louisiana. Code of Judicial Conduct. Okay, maybe that one will work. Canon, I should have put Canon 3. Canon 3. A judge shall perform the duties of office impartially and diligently. I'm going to get some water. Here we go. Let me turn this. Just going out the door. Actually, I don't know if that shows much. Alright, let's try this. What's being shown? Okay. I want to slight rotation. Is that all showing up? It doesn't even look like it's all showing up. My mistake. I can shrink it, maybe. Alright. The information here. They made it too wide on this sheet, on this page. The judicial... Okay, so the whole canon... he said canon 3C. Not just canon 3... Not just all canons. Yeah, the court is blowing your money on small time like crimes. If you fight them, they're willing to spend. They have no problem spending your money. So it was canon 3C. He said. I go down to 3A, 3B, 3C under recusation. A judgelet should disqualify himself in a proceeding in which the judge's impartiality might reasonably be questioned, and shall disqualify himself in a proceeding in which disqualification is required or applicable. In all other instances, a judge should not recuse. Okay, all other appendix. Okay, so everything else is appendix. Just a short little 3C there under his canons. And that's what he's referring to. Mindful of canon 3C and those previous articles mention, in order to avoid the appearance of impropriety. Oh, now he's concerned about it. He should have done this a long time ago on the first hearing. And he finally decides to recuse himself. Man, it would have been nice if he had done that before I went to jail for 30 days. And see, this is a really screwed up process in Louisiana on how they do this, because there's a really good chance I can get a lawyer who has the capability to conduct jury trials. So we're arriving at the same conclusion as we arrived in North Dakota, but so much slower. In North Dakota, they give a little sheet of paper you check mark saying, I want a jury trial. And that's it. I'm out of city court. I was in city court. They said that you only can get a bench trial in city court. And I didn't want a bench trial with the city judge. Judge Wilder was crazy. Judge Zander was crazy. They both denied me a free lawyer. Each one. I went before him. I asked one judge, can I get a free lawyer? They're like, nope. Then I went to the next judge. Can I get a free lawyer? Nope. And then they threw me in jail a second time under the same arrest. Just because they wanted to add a new charge, and they had to throw me in jail, and I had to bail out a second time, spending another $150 on a bail bondsman. So they get upset, even though the system is a little bit more efficient. They'll still be a little rough on you, but still, it has taken 2 years to get to this point. In North Dakota, it takes 2 weeks to go from city judge to district judge to get a jury trial. In Louisiana, it takes 2 years and $20,000 to go from city judge to another judge, where is likely, and I'm assuming, actually, I'm still kind of in the early stages of understanding this, where I'm very likely to get a judge who can hold a jury trial, and then that gives me the ability to request that. So there's a big difference between North Dakota and Louisiana on the process. And you know, how is there such a big difference? Well, it's the people. I mean, the people elected Judge Osley into his position. They accepted him for who he is, and then they accept his decisions, and they accept the process. They accept just the laws. You know, the judges have ruled that you cannot see the policeman's training or discipline records because it could embarrass or cause jealousy. So you can't see those records because the cops' records might make you embarrassed for them or jealous of them, and that's the judge's decision, and people accept it, and just and work with that in their own ways. And it seems to me to result in more street justice, people practicing more street justice outside the courtrooms because the courts are unsatisfactory in Louisiana, especially with the timeliness of it all. They're not very time efficient in Louisiana. I had to go all the way up to the state Supreme Court in Louisiana just to get transferred out of city courts and into I'd call it like a district court, but apparently the state Supreme Court is choosing the lawyer for me. But it's pretty much the same process as North Dakota, switching from city court to district court. So I went through a lot of back and forth, even when I went into district courts in North Dakota. So I would refer back to my experience with North Dakota, and that it's just a whole bunch of new motions. Because I believe that Prosecutor Benjamin's very motivated still. I mean, yeah, he seemed like he preferred to work with Judge Osley on my case, and like Judge Osley was his support, and now Judge Osley has backed out, so that I can get another judge. But I mean, that's not going to stop Prosecutor Benjamin from trying to push my case forward. You know, he don't care if it's another kind of judge. He don't care. He's still got his facts. He's still got his case. He doesn't need Judge Osley to prosecute me. And that was the same way with Taylor Olson in Williston, North Dakota. Just because I switched out of city courts into district court didn't stop her. She still made her crazy arguments with Kendra Engett, who's now married with a different last name. They still made their crazy arguments in district courts. We were still filing motions back and forth, and I had to read her crazy arguments for the judge to read. I finally got approved a free lawyer, so you know, in a way I could probably let Phil go and apply for a free lawyer in Louisiana for the district, or for whatever judge the state Supreme Court appoints. And it seems just ridiculous that the state Supreme Court has to choose. Why can't it be just a district court judge? I mean, it seems like the state Supreme Court's not really hands-on as much as they want you to believe. They're not so hands-on. They definitely did not read my case. All right, they just kicked it back and said that, you know, there's nothing they want to make any decision on. All right. It's more likely just, whoops. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh man, So, Robert, how did you, or Pig Trader, I mean, how did you get the, did you just retype it? I could just, let's see, there's a chat GPT, that's, okay, that's the one, okay. Could I just go to chat GPT? GPT, or I can make him sound like a pirate, right? Make him sound like he's really from Louisiana. I'll just, oh, what did I just do? That's not it, okay. Where's the, okay, I just need to raise it up. Okay, let's see what's showing first. Okay, it's the whole screen. Okay. Alright. Okay, message. Okay. I'll just write in make this sound like they are from Louisiana. Okay, colon, whoops. Sure thing, sugar. What? No. I hit enter because I wanted to add more. I don't care. I'll just... Alright, copy, paste. Oh, no, I just copied and pasted it. I gotta copy and paste this. Alright, I'll just do the... Okay, we'll go with this. Alright. Once it stops. Alright, Robert Osley's now gonna really sound like he's in Louisiana. Well, darling, down here in Natchitoches, Louisiana, we gotta follow them legal codes like a gator follows its prey to the bayou. In the bayou. Now, according to the Louisiana Code of Criminal Procedure articles, this here city court judge of Natchitoches gotta step aside from this case. Why, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Seems this judge, bless his heart, has been right in the thick of it. Heard of the whole shebang from start to finish, including every last word from both the city and the defendant. And wouldn't you know it, the Third Circuit Court of Appeal even said there was enough evidence to support the conviction, which just backed up what this city judge found. Now, we can't have folks thinking there ain't no fair shake going on, especially when it comes to justice. So in line with the Code of Judicial Conduct and them Louisiana codes, this city court judge is stepping back. Alright, well, that's pretty simplified. So, it just, maybe I can, no, I can't. Make him sound like he's from North Dakota. I could say deep south, but I bet that would be the same thing. Probably be the same effect. So, yeah, that was that's quick. That's ChatGPT. It knows. That's Judge Osley's choice, and now that's a situation that has really changed. It hasn't ended. It's not finished. People said that maybe Judge Osley could have just quit, stopped, ended the case, closed. He could have closed the case, right? But he chose not to. And maybe it's more of the prosecutor that does that. But in North Dakota, it was like Judge Roosted closed the case. Judge Roosted, the district judge who I transferred that case to, he closed it. It wasn't the prosecutor's motion. The prosecutor was Taylor Olson. She wanted to go straight to trial. But the judge, first the judge put out a warrant for my arrest because something to do with recording in the courtroom, recording the Zoom hearing, So he ended Zoom hearings and said I had to show up in court, and then I was like hundreds of miles away. I didn't even bother trying to race to get to the courtroom. So then he put a warrant out for my arrest, and then a month later he dismissed the case. And then when I found out about that, then this was during COVID, like 2021. I was on the east half of the country of the state, and I decided to just turn myself in just to see what would happen. The next day, after Judge Roosted of the North Williston, North Dakota, dismissed my case, I turned myself in, and in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and the cops said that yeah, I got an active warrant, but they're not taking me in. And normally they would take me in, but it's during COVID, so they chose not to take me in because they decided not to take people in on misdemeanors. From Williston to Grand Forks, if this wasn't COVID, things might have changed now, but if this was not COVID, they would have put me in jail, and I don't know how long it would have been, but I mean, Williston no longer had a warrant out for my arrest, but it still showed up on their system the next day. It might take a couple of days, and yeah, they'll arrest you across the whole state. So my case is still open and active. It's out of a court. I guess it's left the city court of Natchitoches now, and it's now like in the state Supreme Court again. It's in the entire state's jurisdiction. So Judge Osley can't just send me and my prosecutor this recusal letter. He's got to send it to other people. He's got to send it to another court to let them know of this situation. All right, and he's just kind of saying, please send notice to all counsel. Counsel means lawyers, just only two, prosecutor and Phil. He's got to send this to another court. All right, you don't just recuse and only send your recusation to the prosecutor and the defendant, right? I mean, unless if the law says that it's up to the prosecutor which court to send it to. Is it up to the prosecutor? I mean, it sounds like the way Osley has set this up. He's only sent it to the defendant and the prosecutor, so nobody else knows that he's recused himself besides us. No other courts know this. We're just assuming that a higher court is now taking it on, right? Is that what we're supposed to assume? I mean, there's got to be some kind of a notification made besides us two, unless if it's on the prosecutor to push forward and find another court. He's just kind of saying, Prosecutor Benjamin, find another court. And the next best court in North Dakota is the district court. So why wouldn't Prosecutor Benjamin just turn to the district court? He's got an office in the same building. I mean, he's working in the same building as these guys. All he has to do is turn over to those guys and say, hey, can you guys take this up since the city court can't? I mean, why does it got to shoot up to the Louisiana State Supreme Court? They got like too much, top-down control. They're trying to control the whole state from the top down and not the middle out. All right, they don't give much power to the middle. It's more power to the top, but also the bottom. I mean, the city judges can throw you in jail for 6 months without a jury. That's pretty crazy too. So it's got kind of a weird bulge. It's a series of weird bulges of power in this state. There's a Wiggins family in Kentucky. Yeah, Georgia. I might. Well, no, I don't think I'll be going to Georgia next year. I'm not sure. I have to see what my path looks like. Super Silent Alex has 400 subs from must be putting out some good videos if you're just starting out. So that's a recusing, and now I have, let's see, I have, oh yeah, thank you Pig Trader for the 411. Yeah, what I want the $1,500 bond back. I mean, we got to get that back, right? We're not even in a court. I don't. If it falls back on the prosecutor, does the prosecutor hold bond? The prosecutor can't. The prosecutor has to go to a court to get a bond set. So the bond is like in limbo. What court am I in? I mean, you can't just be in a court and be out of a court and still have you can't have an open case without being in a court. All right, how is that possible? I mean, I could understand the being kicked around between city court to the third appeals courts. You know, that's automatic. There was no court in between. It was city court to Third Circuit Court, Third Circuit Court of Appeals. Then back to city court, then city court to state Supreme Court, and then state Supreme Court back to city court. Okay, those are pretty clear transitions. But now with the recusal, there's no clear transition to me. I don't understand. So why even have a bond at this point in a no court situation? They're just earning interest on this bond, and I don't have any clear court. Judge Osley's not going to explain what happens next because he's just a jerk. He threw me in jail for 30 days immediately after my trial. Didn't even give me time to prepare for jail, and I would have been able to, if I had a couple of days, I would have been able to start the appeals process a lot sooner and look for a bond to stay out of jail. He threw me in jail right away, so it would make it a lot more difficult. Pretty much impossible for other people, for a lot of people, to avoid that 30 days and start an appeal process, or what they call a writ. And once again, he's made another decision where it's like you're on your own. Okay, he makes a lot of these decisions, and he just tries to imply things that and just kind of leaves you questioning how does this work? You know, maybe he doesn't even know. He knows how to recuse himself, but he doesn't know what happens after that. And now I'm at so I guess my attention now is definitely less towards Louisiana until I get some information about what's going on with that. It sounds like it's open and active, but now there's a third category with my case. It's open, active, and like in question of where of where it goes. I mean, it doesn't lose its open and active status. It's just it's kind of taken on a third status now. It's like open and active with no courts, with no judge. Okay, you know, because they can be open, they could be closed, open or closed, active or inactive. But then there's a third category, in court or not in court. And I mean, that's a Louisiana thing. I don't know what other state would do something so silly. Maybe like Alabama or Mississippi have something as screwed up as that. I mean, walk around Mississippi, you'll see prisoners vacuuming the library, prisoners competing against private citizens for work cleaning the library. They employ prisoners to clean the library, taking away from the housemaid's business. Don't you think they would be a little upset about that? Apparently not. It's being done. The prisoners are vacuuming and sweeping and cleaning the libraries. Maybe because there's a shortage of cleaning maids in Mississippi. Maybe that's where we need to start sending more migrants to Mississippi to take those jobs back. Pending. So I'm open, active, and pending. And that's because I'm not in a court. Okay, pending, because pending tends to mean like there's no judge assigned, right? Open, active, pending, possibly. If I were to look on my Louisiana record, do I have some kind of a docket for Louisiana? I could look up my name and see what it says for the status. That would be interesting. But yeah, my attention, I guess, has to turn away from Louisiana. Here, I was planning on driving back and forth between Louisiana and Kentucky every week. Looking forward to that, and now it's just not clear. So, yeah, you got to be less combative, Tasha. Yeah, I could. Well, Louisiana, I never seen anybody. I never seen any prisoners washing policemen's cars or vacuuming the libraries. I've seen it in several cities in Mississippi. The prisoners walking around with their cups of coffee as they're picking up trash around a government building. Okay, so let's see. I really can't show anything for the motions issue with Kentucky. I'm just announcing that this is deadline day. I've never experienced a deadline day for motions before. Okay, out of Colorado, North Dakota, Missouri, Louisiana, and Idaho, I've never experienced a deadline day for motions. But the judge said it. My prosecutor even said it. There's the deadline days, and it's today. And my next hearing is on March 14th. My trial is April 19th. And we're facing a deadline day. It's like anything after deadline day is no good. I mean, from my experience in the other states, you got 2 weeks before trial to continue submitting motions in a timely manner. 2 weeks to respond, 2 weeks to respond, and then 1 week to reply to the response for the back and forth. But I guess it would be 2 weeks before the next hearing, March 14th. That's 2 weeks would be a deadline roughly. And that's for motions. I don't know if that affects subpoenas, and I tried a subpoena. Can I don't know if I could even show a subpoena. Subpoena. I'd have to really look for that. A subpoena. I wrote a subpoena, but it's not great. Let me see if there's. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Subpoena. That could be the one. Yeah. That's subpoena. Okay. I gotta fill out. Download. Don't close. Open in. Could I just. I can't just open it. I can't just open it in a window. I guess I need to find the folder, open the folder. Okay, it's in downloads. Yeah, right there. Okay. Wow, wait a second. I can fill this one out. What? All right. Wait a second. This is new to me. It's showing that I could fill it out. That's all filled. Oh, and I don't. Oh, wow. I don't fill below the proof of service. Name of requesting attorney, that would be me. And I would just put, instead of Esquire, does that show up? Instead of Esquire, I'd put pro se. Wait a second now. Let me just make sure I can actually save this. Pro se. Okay, so I got this form, and let's just say I want to save it with my changes. Wow, look at that. I can fill out this subpoena right here. I had no idea. In the checks too? I think it's a subpoena duces tecum. Wow, I just checked it. That's amazing. See, the thing is, I was looking at it on my tablets. I don't save it from your browser. It shows I could save it. Okay, I'll save it with changes. I'd say we'll do the plaintiff is Commonwealth of Kentucky versus me. Alright, now I'm going to save it with my changes. Alright, and save. And it's going into there. Okay, well, I'll look into that then. Okay, yep, Kentucky, Paducah. It's Borough. I don't see it. It must have gone in. Did it go into a folder? Subpoena right there. Okay. Now I'll just open it up. Wow, look at that. Looks like it's good to me. And it's ready to be changed if I want. Okay. Well, all right. All right, how do I finish? Okay, I have two up now, so I want to close one. I want to delete that one I saved, so I'm not confused. Okay, get rid of that. All right, so I can save it. It's a government piece of paper. All right, well, I need to fill this out properly. All right. All right. So what can this be seen? Maybe I make it bigger. Push it off to the side. So I want to get these dirty cops to show me their training records. So it's going to be, I don't know, McCracken County courts, right? McCracken. I could submit this today. County, because I was denied. Let me just show that. Let's see if I could show that. I was denied my FOIA request yesterday for the records, the training records and the discipline records, and it's towards the bottom. There it is. Okay, so it's records request. Nope, not that one. Canon of, oh, cops have canon of ethics too. Records request, and this is a reply, right? Yeah. I was just kind of sent. Let me save that. Alright, and open it. Oh wait, I don't want that to open in. Alright, it's in downloads. Okay, and I want to open it in that one. Okay, records request. It was just, this is all that was sent. I mean, once again, you need to fill out all this crazy information. It just reminded me that I don't live in the area, so I can't get those records. So screw it. I don't care. I think this FOIA request is a waste of an effort. I don't know why I bothered. Request, and this is not just some simple request to inspect public records. I'm trying to defend myself. So I'm in subpoena territory. When I get a criminal charge, I leave open records territory and enter subpoena territory. All right, I needed to get it in that way. So we're leaving that open records form. No, I'm subpoenaing these guys for that same information. All right. So maybe I should send out this stuff by about 3 or so. But then the prosecutor kind of has an advantage of time to respond and lump everything together. But I don't think the subpoena has that same time limit. But if I could send this out, the grand jury. Okay, we got to check. So I check. Does that show up? All right. Check it. All right. Command appear before McCracken. I don't want to see them, but you are to appear at. I don't know. It's going to be by, I need to see this by the 14th day for March. 14th March of 2024. Whoops. 024 at, it's 8 9 9. I don't know why they have to put east. Oh, because Kentucky's in Eastern and Central time. I bet this is a Kentucky form. Appear at. I don't understand that. You're commanded to appear before. You are to appear at courtroom D at the courthouse. I'm not in Mississippi anymore. I don't need coffee drinking, sweeping convicts. I don't think that's something that's I haven't seen any convicts. I haven't seen any inmates walking around this state anywhere. They walk around freely inside the jail. They were like, I could practically talk to them as I was in intake, and the women intermix with the men. I wouldn't be surprised if some could say that they first met at jail before they started their family. All right, to produce. That's the most important thing to me. Check mark. To produce training records. Training records and discipline records from to. Okay, I got it. From, I'll just put their pops files at the McCracken Sheriff's Office. Alright, so I don't know if I should write a subpoena for each officer, but I definitely want deputies. I'd like to put it all together. Deputies, let's see, be Ryan Burrow. Let's see, Brendan Weldon, and J. Kane. Their address is going to be the McCracken County Sheriff Office. So that's to them. I got my case and all that. That's easy. County McCracken. What? I have a drop-down box? Wow. Could I put M? I can't seem to scroll with the wheel. McCracken, just like that. I didn't even notice that drop-down box before. My case number is something 00020. I don't know. I forget it's a dash. I forget the rest. Court. I don't know. McCracken. And then the dates. I don't know. I want to send it out today. So 2/29/2024. Just need to get that case number. All right. So we got three deputies. They're at the sheriff's office. They're commanded to appear before the court. Courtroom D. And if they just give me their records, they don't have to show up. And, phone number. Oh, I tried to change that. Oh, can I put my email? Because I really don't have a phone plan. So, gmail.com. I just put phone number as my email. This is official serious stuff too. 24M. All right. 24-M. All right. Yeah, I think this is all filled out now. So I've done I filled out a subpoena on live stream for 3 deputies at the sheriff's office, and I'm going to send this to my prosecutor. And depositions would be interesting, but I need to learn more about these cops before I start questioning them. And I'm surprised that my prosecutor doesn't care to learn more about these cops either. He says he doesn't use their records. He doesn't know anything about them. He's got to question them on the stand. So why wouldn't he learn about their records too? I mean, I don't understand. So, all right, I kind of have to use the restroom. So this is all filled out. I'm saying this is deadline day, and I mean, I really don't have anything more to add. I need to actually get prepared to send this stuff out through email, and then maybe walk over to the courthouse and make sure they got it. Okay. Maybe I could ask the clerk, since this is deadline day, what time on my deadline day? So I'll ask the clerks what time on deadline day is the deadline time? Because Pig Trader brought up that question, so I'm curious about that. It's something to walk to the courthouse for my 15th time so far, maybe more. Yeah, pee bottle. So yeah. I'm gonna save this because it's all filled out, and and I want to go over to the courthouse too with my changes, and I'll rename it. It's going into Paducah. Okay, my subpoena. Um, um, for cops records. I'll just say, all right. Okay, save. And I could just send that to them right now if I wanted to. So, all right, yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop this. It's been over an hour. All right, so yeah, thanks for visiting, and that's it.